cafes across the country today, and now we're heading on down to the East Coast with my bud, Andy Hay.
How are you doing?
Hey, Andy, how's it going?
Good to see ya.
How's the East Coast treating you?
You know, it's wonderful, as always.
I mean, I do love an East Coast kitchen, and you are the East Coast kitchen guy.
Something like that, yeah, I think so. Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
I'm feeling good about this. Now, the East Coast is obviously synonymous for just the best seafood ever.
Yeah.
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 So what's one of your kind of like holiday tradition?
So one of the big ones for me, and I feel like loads of East Coasters, is either on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve, sometimes in between, is a good seafood chowder.
Oh,
it's a must. I feel like it's cozy. You chuck it on the stove. People come on in. Grab yourself a bowl of chowder.
Oh, yeah.
Meet you down in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah, a little mug of chowder.
Yeah, it's
oh,
lovely.
I'm very excited about
lovely,
this.
lovely.
It smells out of control in here. I'm
so
very
good.
excited.
It's so good.
Okay, so how do we get started on this recipe?
So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna render down some bacon. So that's already on its way now.
Oh, beautiful.
So you know what, Mary, I'm gonna get you doing a little bit of work if you don't mind.
I love it. Let's do it.
We're gonna just dice up some potatoes, a little bit of onion, and some leeks.
What type of dice we thinking?
Just, I'd say like little
guys.
Little dice.
Little
Don't
guys,
go
okay.
crazy
Okay,
though. We
cool.
want it like a good tooth feel.
Okay, right
I
on.
always say when someone asks me that, it's like, what do you think it should be like?
Honestly,
then do that way.
I agree. It's, as long as it's even, it'll cook.
It's
so
all good.
just make sure it's kind of even.
And this is going to be the base of it. I like using this. You could put in, people put in different things. Some people like carrots and celery, whatever you want. Choose your own adventure here.
Perfect.
I like the kind of keeping the color coming from the actual seafood itself.
Nice,
That's kind of where I'm working with here.
Okay.
So we've got the leeks going. We got a little bit of potato. You're on the clock, Mary. This is
this is
dicing on
the
clock.
next. Got it. Okay,
You're
cool.
doing
We got
great.
this. We got
You're
this.
doing great.
Thank you.
But
Thank
then
you.
we'll just start building the flavor. The bacon is in there. We don't have to add it.
Okay.
It just adds like a nice smoky base note.
Well, that's the thing I love. I think seafood and bacon go so beautifully together.
Bacon goes with a lot of things.
Bacon really
Let's be
does. I'm
honest.
going to scooch
Yeah,
those
I
your
will
way.
take those right from you. Excuse
and I'm going to
me.
start getting those
And
potatoes
we'll pop
going.
that directly into the pan and let them saute away. Oh, I love
Perfect.
that sound.
Oh my gosh, I know that
Musical.
little sizzle.
And the
Honestly,
smell alone.
is there a better smell than bacon and onion together?
No, I don't think so.
No, and
Maybe
also,
leek in there as well.
I was going to say leeks are the most fancy onion. They look
really
like they're in a
are.
rock and roll band.
They do.
You know?
I always thought that same thing,
Like
Mary,
cool
for
hair.
sure.
Yeah.
Very cool hair.
Yeah.
And then the potatoes will go in here. Again, carrots is fine. Celery is wonderful.
Perfect.
And this will just take a little bit. You can get this set up before your guests arrive. And kind of have the potatoes simmer away. That's the only part that takes any period of time.
Got it.
Do you know what I do sometimes?
What?
If I'm short on time, I will dice up the potatoes and I'll microwave them. And then it's done in advance.
See,
Then
I
you can
like
make
this
it real
idea.
quick.
That's the thing. If you start, even if you're doing like a baked potato, you
Yeah.
give it a head start in the microwave.
Yeah.
And then you can finish it off in the oven for that crispiness on the outside.
Exactly.
That is a brilliant, oh my gosh, that looks so good already.
Yes, exactly. So I'm going to crank up the heat just a touch here.
Perfect.
And so all that little crispy brownness from the bacon, we want to release that.
Yeah,
You know that.
yeah.
So we're going to be using a little bit of white wine.
Okay.
Nova Scotian white is my favorite.
Nova Scotian white.
And just a little bit in here, and you're going to hear some nice sizzle.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
You want to crank up the heat a little bit here, and we'll burn off the alcohol.
Now, are you doing, like, I love the fact that we're doing a Nova Scotian wine, but like,
nice?
if you're maybe not able to find a Nova Scotian, maybe you're on the maybe you're in Kelowna, and you only got that Kelowna wine.
How unfortunate.
How unfortunate. Are you looking for like a drier wine, sweeter?
It's up to you. I like a dry wine.
Yeah, me too.
I find it like pairs well with seafood, so I would go for a dry wine on this
Perfect.
one.
Oh, and
so
look at all that
you can
bits
see it
coming
starting
off.
to release. Isn't that exciting?
Yes.
I
Oh my
love
gosh.
cooking so much.
I
It gets
know.
me so fired
My
up.
favorite thing about deglazing too, gives you a head start on the cleanup.
That's right.
Cleans your
Yeah,
pan a
good
little
point.
for you.
Good
Yeah.
point.
Okay.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we'll add in some of the spices. Really all, when I say spices, just a couple bay leaves.
Okay, nice.
I love that.
And we do I love a fresh bay leaf. If you got dried, do those work as well?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
generally all I have is dry. And then we're going to add in a little milk. You could add in a little stock here. So I just add in a little bit of milk. And we're just going to gently let those potatoes cook away.
Beautiful.
We don't want to rush it. And as soon as those potatoes are soft, you're laughing.
Okay, right on.
And so now we can start adding in the fun stuff.
Okay.
Oh, I have a little bit of cream. We're going to wait for a second
Okay.
with the cream. We'll add that in.
Perfect.
So now the key with any good seafood chowder is be as plentiful as you can,
Okay.
as the budget will allow.
Yeah.
But the key piece that I will add in here, Mary, that is the secret ingredient, smoked haddock.
Oh.
You see this in all sorts of grocery stores, and I
Yeah.
was like, who buys that?
Yeah.
You should be buying it if you're making chowder.
Now, if you can, it smells like
so
the
nice.
bacon of the fish world. It smells so good. You can smell the wood
Yeah.
on it too.
Yeah, it releases lovely and just gives such a depth of flavor.
Yeah, and it's got a bit of a different texture too. Like it's a little bit firmer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost like the beef jerky of the fish world.
Yes, in the best way possible.
In the best way possible.
Now, if you can't find that smoked haddock, could you do a hot smoked salmon or a smoked mackerel?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One time on MasterChef,
Yeah.
I actually used smoked canned oysters.
Oh,
So those work just as fine, too.
You know what? Those were a classic at our house for the holidays. Yeah.
So now we can add in whatever. I've got some just fresh whitefish. This is haddock. We can pop
Perfect.
that in.
Yeah.
Again, you want to go put the fish in first. They take the longest to cook.
Yeah.
We'll let that simmer away.
Okay.
And then if you can go for it, get some scallops in there.
I mean,
oh, what a treat that is.
These big boys are so good. You get this nice little sweet
Oh, they're lovely.
Oh my gosh.
They're just incredible. So we'll let
100%.
those poach very gently.
Fantastic.
And last but not actually last but not least.
No, but you got to. East Coast.
We got to do it.
You got to
a
have
little bit of lobster.
You got to put it in.
Why not?
Y'all, this is the fanciest soup. I'm very excited about
Exactly.
it. Oh, that looks delicious.
You do this when it's the guests that you're coming that you really like.
This is the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is the one in there. So that will just gently cook away. The last step that I always like to do is add in some mussels.
Nice.
And then once they open up, it's
You're
go
ready
time.
to go.
It's
Okay,
go time.
perfect.
So, pop those
we'll
in.
pop some mussels right on
Pop
in. I'm going
those
to take that
in.
guy. If any of them are kind of split or anything, obviously we keep those out.
Yes.
And just pop those babies in.
One of my favorite seafood. Mussels. I
Mussels.
feel like they're unsung hero. This reminds me of the summertime on
Yeah.
a PEI beach.
That's the thing. This is the or the wintertime version of like a boil.
Exactly.
A seafood boil.
Yeah, exactly. And that's really it.
Did we get that all cooked up? And then what do we got going on in that
Look
pot?
at
Ooh, look at that.
this.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful. I'm just going
Look
to
at
put that off to the
Give
side.
it a little bit of a stir.
A little bit of a stir there,
Oh
so
my
everything
gosh.
should be nice.
So
oh
when we
yeah,
put
that's
when
so
would
fun.
we put the cream in?
I put it right in before serving.
Okay,
I'd say we
perfect.
can do that right
Is
now.
that too hot for you?
no,
I got
no,
it.
I'm
No,
okay,
we got
I'm
it.
okay.
You
All
got
good.
you got Teflon hand. Or
That's
no,
right. So we'll add
asbestos,
those
yeah.
in here. We'll add
Okay.
in just a touch of cream as a finish
Yes.
point.
Beautiful.
Add that in.
Oh my
And then what I like
gosh.
to do is because we have such depth of flavor with the smoked haddock, I like giving a little bit of zest.
Ooh, we got a
or
zesty
lemon
right over
zest. If you want to add that in.
Let's do it, my man.
And then a little fresh dill.
Here, we'll swap sides.
Yeah, switch.
Let's do it.
I'll put that
Do-si-do.
right in the middle.
Perfect.
Actually, you just do your thing. I can just
Okay.
get some fresh dill
Oh
here.
my gosh.
We can chop this in. You know what? Dill can be, I'm a big dill fan, but I know some people have some aversions to it.
Yeah.
So you can put it on at the end, even put that into the center of the table if people want to add it on to themselves.
This smells
so good.
Good.
Yeah.
The lemon in there is out of control. The scallops, oh my gosh.
It's a down-home Christmas
It's
right
a
there.
down-home Christmas. Are we gonna serve her up?
Let's go for it.
Okay,
I'll
let's do
bring
this
it to you.
thing. Oh, look at all that lobster.
that.
That's gonna be a good one.
Super fun.
Those mussels. Serve this up with some bread on the side.
A little fresh roll.
Oh,
I made
yeah.
molasses brown bread rolls the other day,
Oh.
and they are so good. That would be
Andy,
lovely with this.
Of course you did.
Of course.
Oh my
We're always
gosh.
baking up a storm. A little bit of fresh dill.
This looks
So aromatic. Look at the colors on that. I just love it.
This is such a celebratory meal. Just
It
again,
is.
have that pot out when your guests get there, then you put the fish in, and you
Yeah.
are good to
Yeah.
go. My friend,
Look at that.
shall we give it a taste for real?
I think we have to.
Okay, I'm gonna go in.
Yeah,
Let's
go
give it a
for
taste. I'm going for a piece of lobster, obviously.
Oh yeah, we gotta do it. I'm
We
going
gotta get
scallop.
fancy.
I'm
We gotta
going
get,
scallop
oh,
here.
nicely done. Okay, here we go.
It's just a hug.
Oh my gosh, that is delicious. Great job. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.